your brain starts to be less useful, in that you just aren't resourceful. You're less resourceful in that you're not thinking, you know what I really need to do. And I was talking to therapists during this time. I was doing other stuff as well. But you start feeling like, well, the medication is, and you start also feeling like reliant on it. Like you start feeling panicky, like if you stopped it, then something dramatic would happen. So I kept like this and that and the other. So finally, I quit them, and I've never looked back. I can't say that I would turn to medication just because of my horrible experience. For me, it just doesn't bode well for me. So now I do more, you know, I feel like all the answers are within, and that's where I get like a lot of my book reading and introspection and meditation. And, you know, we're all gonna feel things, and existential crises come and go for me. And I eventually, my young 20s were hard. They were really hard. But this vlog is going to be the longest vlog ever. And I want to like keep telling, you know, the story, but thanks for indulging me. I won't be able to put it all on on YouTube if I keep going. So, like I said, it's almost something that I totally forget about. It's almost like something that happened to somebody else, but I want my own kids to know, like, I struggled. There's things that can be done. There's, you know, you have to, I guess if I could sum it up into one advice, it would be that, like, you really have to just go back to yourself. Like, all the answers are within. Instead of looking externally, look internally. And that seems to be the theme of my life. I always want to look externally for answers to all my problems, but it's always like, I just realize time and time again, like, oh, duh, it's like, look inside, and spend time journaling, and spend time like thinking and realizing and putting things together. And then the last thing that I'll say to you is that on that note is, when I look inside, I've noticed that, like, a lot of times I'll make connections, right? And I'll be like, oh my gosh, that's why I do that, because of something in my childhood, or like, oh, that makes so much sense. And then I'll think like, oh, well, how could I ever forget such a huge realization? Well, you do. And so what I've tried to really be good about now is to put it into an action. Like, if I realize, like, I'll give you one example. Like, I was going through like a negative time, like maybe a month ago, you know, with everything. And so I was being really complaining to Alex, which I'm normally not, you know. I'm usually like, I can find perspective. But for a few weeks there, I was like really like bitching and moaning and complaining to him every chance I got. And so I started thinking about that, and I started thinking, you know, like, on one hand I was like, you know what, I never do that, so like whatever. But then I realized, like, you know, no, these things become a habit. You already have done the work to like get to a level where you don't go there, you don't go to a complaining state. So why not just maintain that level, rather than like now build this habit to where you just instantly go to complaining and negativity. And then now you have to go back and repair and get yourself back up to like your normal function. Does that make sense? So anyways, what I did, instead of just having that realization, I like made it into an action plan of like, okay, well, when Alex calls you at 4 p.m., like, that's when you just need to like remember this realization. Like, Alex will call me every day, like, how's the kids? What's going on? You know, that's the time that, like, I'm not saying to not complain about things, but like, I just have that like extra thing of like, you know what, just, it doesn't help anything anyways to complain, so just say hello, tell him give him the report. Louis did this, Fifi did this, I've been cleaning up poop all day, like whatever it is, and just like go with it, you know what I mean? So anyways, this vlog is gonna be long. Okay, thank you for watching. Please comment below if you're having any issues, or you can always reach out to me on Instagram, private message, Facebook, I'm not as good at checking, but I will respond eventually. But if you're really going through something, of course, contact the suicide hotline and reach out, you know, talk to anybody. People will just bend over backwards to help you. I promise. I promise. And miracles happen in the good way too. Like my mom found me. I didn't suffer any real harm. I could have easily, like, fate could have just decided, like, yep, that was a lot of stuff that you took into your body. You're done. And, you know, I could have burned. Like, there's lots of things that could have happened. It could have gone the other way. But I was protected, and I'm very grateful for that to this day. And things do get better. Look at my life. Can you imagine telling that girl that thought there was no point to it all, that, like, lady, you're gonna have a good life. Just trust us. You know? Just stay the course. Go through this hard time, and there's a lot of good coming your way. So I hope that's also something that, you know, we all can keep perspective of. Whatever we're going through, there's good coming. There's good coming. That life is seasons. If I've learned anything, to every winter there's a spring. Just because I'm in a really awesome place now doesn't mean that I won't have my issues, you know. So thanks for watching, as always. Sure love you guys. I hope everybody's doing good. Love your comments. Love your support. Thanks.
Ready position. Okay. Yeah, both hands on the racket. Okay. And look through the racket. 2 o'clock position. Good job. We watched some YouTube videos last night. She remembers a lot. Yeah.
Was that fun watching your daughters play? That was adorable. They're so cute. We woke up super early. Papa popped out of bed like, we gotta go. This is very early for us. The class was at 9, so whew, half an hour away. It's a big sacrifice for us, but it was worth it. So fun. They're so cute. We thought Louis would like watching, but he's not. He's jealous. Go, Juju. Woo! Way to recover. You're awesome, kid. Woo! You okay, Pete?